On to other stories now. The Treatment Action Campaign and Corruption Watch are marching to the Gauteng legislature. They are demanding the removal of former MECs Qedani, Mahlangu and Hlongwa from the ANC's provincial executive. Mahlangu is implicated in the Life Esidimeni tragedy, and Hlongwa is accused of facilitating corruption in the health department. eNCA's Malungelo Booi is in the Johannesburg CDB with more on this story. Malu, good morning to you. So I imagine where you are is the starting point of this march, but clear this up for us very quickly. Are these lobby groups marching for the two former MECs to be removed from the ANC's leadership structure in the province, or are they marching that these two be removed from the provincial legislature, the Gauteng provincial legislature?
Hi there, Goli. You're right. We are at Gerald Square. This is the starting point, really, of this march. We're expecting hundreds of TAC and Corruption Watch supporters to converge here and march from here to the provincial legislature. That's where, Goli, they'll be handing over a memorandum to whoever will be accepting that memorandum. At the heart of this, as you rightfully said, is the issue of Qedani, Mahlangu and Hlongwa. We know those embattled former MECs here in Gauteng were elected into the PEC of the ANC here in this province once again. That's despite the many scandals that they've faced in that portfolio. Now, these two organizations will be marching to the provincial legislature demanding that one, Hlongwa, be removed from as the member of the provincial legislature in the ANC. And also we know that Hlongwa is also the chief whip of the ANC in that legislature. I want to bring in Colin to this conversation. Anele, he's from the Treatment Action Campaign. Anele, thank you so much for your time. What's at the heart of this march today?
Thanks, my leader. What is at the heart of this march is to end corruption so that we can be able to fix the broken public health care system of Gauteng. We are marching to the legislature. We are expecting the Premier David Makhura to come and receive the memorandum. Our memorandum is calling for Hlongwa to be removed as the chief whip of the ANC as well as the MPL. But also we are demanding that David Makhura, as the provincial chairperson of the ANC, he has just been elected into the PEC with Hlongwa, who has a dark cloud hanging over his head, with Qedani Mahlangu. Both of them, Qedani Mahlangu, murdered or participated in the mass murder at Life Esidimeni. Hlongwa participated in the looting within the health department of Gauteng. Therefore, it can't be true that Hlongwa will continue to serve in the same institution that he committed crime to. And also, Qedani Mahlangu cannot continue to lead the governing party.
I would have thought, though, you would have taken this march to the ANC because one, Hlongwa, has been sent to the provincial legislature by the ANC.
One has to understand that when both Hlongwa and Qedani Mahlangu committed these crimes, they didn't commit them under the banner of the ANC. They were deployees in the Gauteng legislature. So that's where we need to drive our agenda to the same institution they were deployed to.
Well, the ANC has said that the internal integrity process is still underway and that people should be patient. Shouldn't you be patient?
People are getting out of patience. Because if you say people must be patient, what do you say about the looting, the state of healthcare system that has collapsed? So how we feel as the public healthcare users is like that the governing party is showing the majority of the people the middle finger by re-electing these two leaders into their leadership.
What do you think, though, this says about those who elected these two into the PEC of this province?
It actually says they've got a total disregard of the will of the people and the constitution of the country. Because one, there was an arbitration process which found that Qedani Mahlangu was not innocent. Also, there was an investigation within the SIU. So these two processes were constitutional. So if you elect leaders whilst they were found to have been broken the law, it means you disregard the constitution.
But there's also been this argument that those two processes have not been challenged, these two have not gone to court, so they have not been found guilty by a court of law. That's also one of the argument that has been brought.
That's what we are pushing as TAC Corruption Watch and other progressive forces to say, why do you delay the process of taking these individuals to court? Because if you continue to delay it, it actually says that you don't respect the people. So what we are calling for in this process, all these processes should be speed up so that we can be able to see the rule of the law taking place and the full might of the law being directed to Qedani Mahlangu for murdering people and Brian Hlongwa from stealing from the poor people.
Anele Yawa, thank you so much for your time. All right, Koli, that's Anele Yawa from the Treatment Action Campaign. It's quite interesting because I was reading a report by the which was in the Mail and Guardian, where Brian Hlongwa actually over that report on the SIU, saying that that report was actually meant to taint his